wants to go live. Alright, great. Perfect. Okay. We have gone live.
Oh no.
Yep. It's just 3 of us today.
Yep.
We're down.
Yeah.
Some crew members.
They had to be normal humans and actually work or do college things.
Yeah, I know. Life.
Life was weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Fuck bitches, get money.
I mean, sure, if you want.
If only it were that simple.
Yeah, if only.
If only.
So, Sword and Shield had their Pokemon Day update. Have you done anything with that, Michael?
I haven't even touched Sword and Shield in probably a month.
I almost ripped my own nuts off trying to fight that Mewtwo. I'm not gonna lie. That Mewtwo was the worst fight I've ever seen in that game.
I can believe it.
I think it was the first time in a max raid battle I was like, wow. I actually have to make something specifically for this one raid battle.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens a bit more in the future.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, like, people usually just grab whatever and go in, and I feel like moving forward into the DLC, that's not going to work. I feel like people actually have to do something with their, they actually have to train or something. I don't care, I do it anyway, but...
Oh yeah.
I'm already ready to go, but,
It's not like me and Justin who are just playing the game to play the game.
Well, see, the thing is, you should be able to just play the game to play the game, but I feel like because Mewtwo is a legendary, and he's special, he's gonna be a little harder,
Oh yeah.
but, I don't know. You can't catch him either.
Which makes sense because he's probably planned for one of those 2 islands.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the Crown Tundra, all the legendaries are on the Crown Tundra. I think all but 2, and they're just like Fion, which is the one you breed with Manaphy, isn't gonna be there, which is the dumb one nobody really is gonna miss.
No, and then the one you
And you
get
know what?
on the other one.
And you know what I haven't seen yet? I haven't seen any shamans. That Pokemon's been shafted. It doesn't exist in the games. It hasn't been in any of the giveaway legendaries lately, like for Sun and Moon. And it hasn't been... I think the last time we saw it was in Black and White. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, because in Diamond and Pearl was... He was given out around the movie that evolved around it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, wasn't it once a week or once a day you had to go to that one island, get this one thing so you could turn it into its...
To its sky form, yeah. Yeah. But it's... I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'll look it up. Yeah. But yeah, they're all going to be in the Crown Tundra area. Because that apparently is going to be... People are saying it's the second last DLC, like we're going to get 2 more next year.
I didn't believe that. Because it's the year 1 stuff, yeah. And next year would be the quote-unquote Sun and, Sword and Shield 2, or whatever they wanted to call it.
Yeah. I'd rather do DLC than a second game anyway.
I was playing Overwatch 2 days ago because it's Ash's special event.
Oh yeah, the Mardi Gras
And it's
thing.
like, win 9 games in any game mode. I was like, oh, that shouldn't be too difficult. It kept sending me into matches that are already started and were like halfway through. It was terrible.
Oh.
Cause I'd get in and I'd be like, oh man.
I've
I'm
been
on the team that's
misinformed.
losing.
Losing on an Overwatch team sucks. Alright, so Here we go. Here's the official list of legendaries, right?
Oh god.
Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, the 3 dogs, Sorai, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Ho, the 3 Reggies, but we already knew that. Latios, Latias, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, the 3 Lake Misfits from Diamond and Pearl. You got Dialga and Palkia, Heatran, Giratina, no Darkrai. You got Cresselia. You got Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus from Black and White. You got the X and Y legendaries, Xerneas and the Vollatile. You got Zygarde and the Tapu Kokos. And that's it. There's no Mewtwo or nothing. Crown Tundra.
He could be just like a...
Announced yet anyway, it's at the end of the year. But,
yeah.
we get 3 new birds and 2 new Reggies, and I'm going to assume a new Regigigas, which is why he's not on this list, because we don't have any of the unique forms yet. The Galarian forms out.
No.
So, except for the Slowpoke. That was announced, but yeah. That's it. I'm gonna hate every single last one of them.
Oh, probably, yeah.
You can get the other legendaries through Pokemon Home, which is why I feel like they're on the list, because you can get them there. And I have the games, and I can just get them myself, but it's such a fucking hassle. It's not even funny. Because I have to beat Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to fucking do that.
That's the one thing I've heard is like, it's just ass.
It's fucking ass. It's not even a lie. There comes a point when you have to fight the legendary in the middle of the game, and for whatever reason, it's really fucking hard. Like, its typing doesn't have any counters, right? And it's a poison type, and it does a lot of fucking damage. And I'm just like, you know what? This isn't fun anymore. You held my hand for the entire game, and then the one part where you should hold my hand, you're not going to tell me what to do. So, you know, I'm having so much fun. I wasn't. I really wasn't. But I got my Bulbasaur and Squirtle, and I bred him up, made him peak evolution. So
I've learned in D&D that my dice just don't want me to win against orcs.
Yeah.
Because we fought a stone golem.
Okay.
We ended up having to because it was technically a companion to one of the party members.
Okay.
Except the core was based around confusion.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, no, we can just keep him and we can keep reteaching him each day and hopefully everything works out.
Yeah.
Everyone else decided not to keep it. So the guy tries to like mimic pulling out the core, but instead the golem tried to squeeze his chest and kill him.
Nice.
So we had to fight it, and I was rolling fine when doing that.
But then you fought orcs.
Then we ended up fighting some orcs, and it just didn't go well.
So, D&D's next book is crossing over with Magic the Gathering for the second time. And I hated Ravnica so much. It didn't look fun at all. I hated it. It was just stupid, right? So then they're like, well, we're gonna, because Magic has planes, right? Like, they have different worlds with different lore, so they can make a different book for some other world and just call it the other campaign.
Yeah.
And fucking, they accidentally leaked that their new world, I can't remember what it was called, it was like Crisis on something, and it's their fucking Magic the Gathering campaign that's based off of Greek lore, and I'm like, why don't you just make a D&D game that's based off of Greek lore? Why do you have to tie it in your fucking card game? It's stupid. Like, I'm assuming the cards from there are great and everybody loves the set, but I just want a Greek-based, D&D book. Don't fucking bring Magic the Gathering into it. Goddamn.
No, they've gotta make it their own.
No, fuck that. As you can see, the only book I don't have on my shelf is Ravnica, because I'm not fucking interested in it at all.
Don't blame you.
It's stupid. I have more Kobold Press books than I do Magic the Gathering books. So, take that as you may. I'm getting more Kobo Press books soon. Mainly the Midgard Adventures. That whole campaign setting. Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid. And then they come out with UA, which is their Unearthed Arcana, and they keep coming out with all this fucking UA, and it's like, I really think they're just gonna announce 5.5 at this point. Because they keep changing or adding things or changing base rules, and it's like, you know what? It's in beta testing, but like, if you're beta testing all this publicly at once, you gotta be doing something.
Yeah, there's gotta be something going on.
What's up?
It's the photo of the nitrogen in the airborne since over China.
Oh yeah, nice.
Ever since Corona, pretty much. It basically plummeted.
Oh, I mean, less people working.
Less people working, less people driving around.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Man, those numbers are getting kind of scary. We're in the 10,000s now, aren't we?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
But it was bound to happen sooner or later. We have some kind of disease that'll kill off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Of course, that started in one of the most populated countries, too.
Well, where else is it gonna start? It did the same thing with the
Black Plague, I think.
Black Plague and the. I want to say it was
Spanish flu.
measles, but I don't think I'm thinking of it.
What was Spanish flu? Was
Smallpox?
Smallpox. That's what I'm thinking of. It started in London because London was the most populated city at the time, right? You just have all these people living in one city. I mean, what else is gonna happen?
A lot of people, or a lot of people coming and going through. Just.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spreads like wildfire.
The Olympics could be possibly cancelled if they don't get it under control.
Are you really gonna miss the Olympics? I'm not.
No, but it's still something that was more interesting than hockey and soccer in my house that was on.
That's true. That's true. Remember when the Olympics was a big thing way back in 2010? 2010 Olympics?
Yeah.
We're the one
That was the big one, right?
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Our one teacher.
She would not
This is
shut the
hard.
fuck up about how one of her sisters were once possibly going to be in the Olympics. And it was like, really? I don't. Cool, I guess. Neat.
And then how she volunteered. And then it was, oh god.
She got all these pens.
Yep. So much fun. Although I had her as my tag class.
Oh god, yeah.
Fuck, I forgot the name tag class. That's how worthless that whole program was.
Oh,
Mrs. King, right?
Miss King,
Yeah.
she was great if you didn't get on her bad side. Like everyone would say, she was a horrible teacher. No, if you're on her bad side, she made a living hell for you. Because she had no trust in you.
Yeah.
I just never gave a fuck about anybody.
Her and Miss Ward were the only teachers that really helped me because I would miss school and then I'd have troubles figuring out the important stuff with Miss King.
I think it's because you missed school for actual reasons and you weren't one of these kids
And
that
so-
were like, oh.
And since there was two of us in Miss King's class that were having issues keeping up and picking out the
Yeah.
important information, she would say, okay, these are the questions that I want you to get done first, and then if you want, you can do other questions too, if you can get those done.
Yeah, because I remember it was you and Haley A, I forget her last name, who had a lot of medical problems during school.
Yeah.
So I remember Haley left, I think it was grade 9, didn't come back till like, I think it was grade 11 or 10.
Yeah.
Because she had,
Sure.
she had apparently had mercury poisoning or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was gone for a while.
Sure.
I'm just good with names and faces and remembering them when they just disappear from school. You're like,
I'm good with faces, but names, whoop, it's gone. I don't know who you are. I know your face. But yeah, you want to talk names? No, I can't do that.
Yeah, I keep telling my parents, if you want to know if I know someone, make sure you have a picture of them. Otherwise, I'm not gonna know who you're talking about.
Yep. That's so true. What do you got? Dynamax Pokemon, draw 25. Yeah, no, that guy really does not Dynamax Pokemon.
Well, it's because he doesn't have that system in his gym.
I know.
So it's like...
Yeah.
Just us and our stupid Uno games, too.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's a game that gets all of us together.
Yeah. And yelling at each other.
I know. I know.
Just
I feel
20
like
card
that's just
hand.
most games that you play with friends, you end up yelling at them.
Oh, I was so funny the last time. I have 20 cards in my hands. Like, I don't like where this is going. And it's so good. I'm like, okay, good thing there's like 4 sevens. I'm gonna pass this to Josh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's then dumb enough to pass it to someone else? Who's just gonna jump in with another 7?
Yep. Great.
I love when there's a bunch of sevens on the playing field. Because the game just becomes chaos.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 was announced.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be turn-based.
Nope. I don't like it.
I know.
A lot of people in my D&D Discord really like it, but I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Well, it used to be kind of like your Oblivion, like Fallout 1 and the original Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah, and now it's turn-based. And now I'm like, really?
Well, apparently their quoting was it fits better along with the D&D origin of it.
I guess so, maybe, but I don't know. I'll have to see the gameplay before I get invested, right?
Oh, yeah. It's the same with me. Because I know they recently re-enhanced the first 2.
Which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
I was never a big fan of the D&D games anyway. Well, the Baldur's Gate games, I should say.
Yeah, they're weird.
We had a ton of D&D stuff coming out this year.
It kind of surprises me because then again,
They're on the rise.
it's on the rise again. Yeah.
It's on the rise of popularity. Amazon Prime has a D&D show coming out.
Yeah, isn't it based around Critical
Yeah,
Role?
Vox Machina. So they made a Patreon or a GoFundMe or something, and said that like the first season would be exclusive or something, and then Amazon just fucking bought it after they were done funding it. And I was like, that's a little weird. It's kind of fucky that you would do that, but all right.
Yeah.
So now I don't know. I'm assuming that they're probably gonna honor their GoFundMe and give them the first season for free to the members, but I don't know.
Well, I think it would make sense because it was a raised goal. You'd be going against your word.
But then it got bought by a company that had nothing to do with it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna see how many people are either gonna love it or hate the idea. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't fund it, but you know.
I don't fund the...
I don't use GoFundMe, period.
So the GoFundMe is over the Patreon. I'm like,
There has to be enough proof on the Patreon that this is a legit issue, right?
like there's a few like Let's Players, artists.
Well, Let's Players are good because you know they're YouTubers and stuff, but I'm talking like the people who are like, oh, I have cancer, you know, GoFundMe, and it's like,
I hate those.
and then they just like include a picture of them wearing like a fucking hospital robe, and I'm like, dude, I need some paperwork or something, because do you know how many people just take money from this website? It's not even funny. You can just post anything. I can take a picture of a sick cat, and it can't even be real, and I can just be like, please help me feed my cat, and make probably a couple $1,000.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm like, I need a little bit more something.
Proof, yeah.
Yeah, a video, something.
Yeah.
Before I fund you.
And then it's like, almost like there's this one YouTuber I watch who just does like weird, creepy things that are around the internet. And one was the guy who decided during during a block college party, climb up an electrical pole. You already know that happens. He electrifies himself. Puts up a GoFundMe and all that. It's like, why? So you can be stupid and do it again?
Yeah, exactly. Please help me, do dumb things. There are legit issues on GoFundMe, by the way, and they get outshadowed by these fucking idiots and scammers, and you're just like, wow, all right, see how it is.
That is like the one issue I have with.
And it's not GoFundMe's the company's fault either, because they've provided us with this tool.
They provide a service and people abuse it.
Exactly. And they try their best. They really do to make sure that everything's legit. But there's just so much on there that they're like, I can't.
They don't want to go algorithm based like YouTube and shut down real ones and all that.
Yeah. YouTube's shit right now anyway.
Oh yeah, YouTube's just...
It's a dying company.
It just takes someone to do the same idea, but better.
The issue is YouTube has a fucking monopoly because they're owned by Google, right? So like YouTube's not going to go anywhere. But there might come a point in time when all of this Let's Play and vlog stuff just, like, fucking disappears and goes somewhere else, right? And
like,
I think...
a lot of people are heading to Twitch and that, because...
The issue with Twitch is they don't allow you to upload videos anymore.
Yeah.
You can't actually upload channel videos. And everybody's like, why? And Twitch is like, we're not YouTube. You guys aren't coming over here and fucking doing all that shit in our channel, right? We see the controversial PewDiePie Keemstar bullshit. That's not happening over here.
Yeah.
This is Twitch. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but you have a ton of cam girls, so I mean, fucking whatever, right? You can be a cam girl if you want, but I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
That's the sad thing. There's a lot of...
And you know what? If you want to whore yourself out on camera, you do it. Whore yourself out on camera, but I'm not watching.
That's the one thing I've noticed. Like, there's a fair amount of, like, cosplayer I follow on Twitter. Their audience is not that for the little kids, let's say that.
But
and
you know what else?
They all stream and it's like, oh, okay.
I find that some people kind of tie in to the cam girls. They tie in the body painters. I'm like, see, now that's cool. You're body painting yourself. That's an actual talent.
Yeah.
Right? And the whole point of body painting is you have to paint your body, which means you're going to be wearing some pretty revealing things. All right? That's different. That's not a cam girl or a guy. That's body painting. It's an art. But then they just get lumped in there because it's half nudity, and it's like, I don't know. It's a debate. I'm sure somebody has something online that's like, oh, look, this woman actually did this instead of body painting. I'm like, it's one person. Straight up. One person.
One person trying to get the views.
Exactly. And it just ruins it for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I watch actual people who are, like, females who actually like playing games on Twitch, and they don't do it in the way like cam girls do it, exactly.
It's all the same as the guy who just does a background that's all the stuff they like.
Yeah.
Or a green screen.
Yeah.
And playing a game. Overreacting or reacting.
Pretty much. You gotta overreact a little bit on Twitch, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Because there was one guy I watched recently up the farming game I've been playing on my Switch.
Yeah.
Right at the end, he spent 2 hours fighting one boss, completely devastated, and just, logs out, closes the game, and deletes it. I was like, damn, I thought he would actually like it because I was skipping around through. It's like, it seemed like he genuinely liked it.
And then he fucking got to that part.
And he just defeated. But on the stream, since he ends his YouTube recording, but on stream he re-downloads it because he actually does like that kind of game.
Yeah.
And it's like, huh.
Yeah.
Because he started streaming it on Friday, and I was just like, had it on the background. I was doing other things.
I like having things open on the background.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better.
It's the only reason why I watch stuff like Critical Role and shit like that, because it's just background.
It's background noise, yeah.
They have their moments where you're like, you have my full attention, but like, meh. Yeah. I don't know how YouTubers do it anymore, honestly.
Oh, I don't either.
I don't know how. I mean, I know how, because they have the channel subscriptions, so you can subscribe right to your channel and it doesn't affect the monetization at all. And then they sell the merchandise and stuff like that. I get that, but that just seems like so much work when YouTube already makes you a partner and tells you that they're going to pay you, but you can't do like 18 of these fucking things. And there's not very clear things either. It's like, don't touch the apple. Oh, which one? Which apple? What apple am I not touching? And they're like, no, you just can't touch the apple. And it's like, okay, great. Perfect. Thanks, God.
You can't speak the way you want to.
I was about to say, that's Adam and Eve stuff right
But that's
there.
what I mean. It's just vague. They're like, no swearing. In what context? Are we just not allowed to swear? Are we not allowed to fucking... But now you have to swear, right? Because then you get sued by COMPA, which I think is the only time I will agree with the government suing YouTube is Child Online Protective Policy Act. I like...
Because that was
it
big problem.
it's a program. Well, not only was it a huge problem on YouTube, but it's also a program that I can't hate on because they're actually trying, right, to protect kids. So it's like, you know what? Sue them. Sue them.
Yeah.
Do it.
Because you have those.
To be fair,
Elsa and Spider-Man.
again, YouTube
Videos.
is the titan, right? So like everybody's like, yeah, but Netflix has Netflix Kids, and I'm like, well, that's different. That's a TV network, right? Like they don't sue YTV or Nickelodeon or anything like that. But YouTube's the titan. They're bigger than Twitch and the mixers and the stuff like that, the TikToks. So if they sue YouTube, they assume that all these other programs are going to do the same thing. They're not. But, I mean, you know, from a legal standpoint, it's easier to sue the Titan than it is to get everybody else as well, right?
Yeah, and it's like... But the thing is, it's easier for, like, the Netflix and that deal. Oh, here's the kids' version. Here's all the kids' shows on it.
Yeah, so you don't have to accidentally have your kid watching The Punisher.
Or Saw 2.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to accidentally watch that. That was an issue when it came out, because they had the kids section. It wasn't like a separate window. They just had a line of movies of kids, and then like underneath it they would have like horror or some bullshit like that. And it'd be easy for a kid to fucking click on the human centipede. And it just, yeah. Look at that.
Featuring feed.
Yeah.
So want to watch that just to experience it.
Oh, I watched it.
I have never watched Human Centipede. I need to.
I watched it once.
And you need to experience it, pretty much. Is the one.
You know, it's not as bad as people say it is.
Why?
If you can discern it from it being a movie in real life, you're just like, this is a pretty fucked up movie, and then you go on with your life.
Yeah.
Although
you move on.
Technically, if someone who practices being a doctor and whatnot actually breaks mentally, they can technically make that.
Oh, I know. I know.
An actual thing.
I know. I'm just like, in what reality do you hijack a trucker and leave his fucking truck on the highway? It's like, that doesn't... No. That doesn't work.
Sounds bad.
The police aren't not going to go into the woods where your house is and be like, well, I mean, we gotta ask this guy, right? Because it never happens in the movie, and I'm like, really? Really?
It's like the same thing with I know the second one takes place in a prison, where they do a bunch of prisoners.
No, see, that's the third one.
Oh, that's the third one?
See, the second one is the security guard who just kidnaps people.
Oh.
It's fucking weird. It died after the third one, thank God.
Yeah.
Unlike Sharknado.
Oh, Sharknado. You had 5 or was it 6?
6, but they travel through time and have superheroes.
To try and stop the first Sharknado from ever happening.
Yeah, and they got wizards and there's some orcs. There's some medieval knights. No, it's legit. You can watch it. It's crazy. They go back in time and get into a wizard battle with the Sharknado. It's great.
Only Sharknadoes I've watched have been the first and second one.
And I haven't watched any.
I watched somebody review the first one. And that was it.
Well, and see, I was sick and I was just downstairs on the couch watching TV with my parents.
And it
and
comes
then
on and
they
they
decided to watch Sharknado.
I'm a huge fan of those shitty horror movies just because I like the comedy in them because they're just fucking stupid. Like, I like the Megalodon movies, all 8 of them. I fucking love Megalodon versus Giant Octopus or Giant... I fucking love it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm like, this is the cheesiest, the dumbest movie you can throw on a Saturday night to waste time. It's fucking great. What the hell?
Another one I've seen is Sharktopus. Another one my mom decided to watch.
Sharktopus. It's like there's a YouTuber group I watch. They do like a Mystery Theater 3000 kind of thing where they watch a movie and it's horrible B-rate movies, like the trauma films and all that. And
Apparently another one that's really bad.
And they watched Rubber, and that's just a killer tire.
Is
it's just
12, 12, 12.
It just sounds bad.
I haven't seen it. I've seen reviews and I've seen snippets because I watch the channel Glam and Gore, and it's pretty much mostly special effects makeup.
Oh yeah.
And so she watched it and then did a review while she was turning herself into the demonic baby pig thing in the movie. And then she had a doctor reacting to different medical situations in horror movies. So she had a bunch of Saw movies. She had The Shining in there and whatnot. And then at the end she had him react to 12, 12, 12, and he's like, it's so good because it's so bad. And that pissed her off. It was like, ooh.
It's because they take it seriously enough that it's funny. It's like the one movie that the people I watched, they watched The Toxic Avenger. It's just a guy who gets bullied, gets like toxic waste spilled over, and becomes just a mutant savior of this town, and it's just like, it's so bad that's good.
So good.
Because it's such a B-rate movie.
Yeah, in 12, 12, 12, when the baby's born, you can tell they have to do a C-section, and when the hand comes out, it looks like it's like a garden gnome stone arm just sticking out of the belly, and then they have it like floating around, just strangling people with its umbilical cord, biting people, and people are foaming at the mouth.
Yeah. You also get the very bad, blatantly racist lines in them.
Yeah. Another horror movie that's weird but good. Two. The Babadook. The Babadook is just weird and crazy and can barely make sense of it. And then Little Evil.
That sounds familiar to me, but I'm not sure if
It's where this mother has a kid, and it's supposed to be the spawn of Satan. And then the stepdad comes into the picture and figures this out and goes to kill the kid, but then actually bonds with the kid and can't follow through with killing him, and then ends up saving him at the end of the movie and everything. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, because the only horror or thriller movies I really watched was one called Hush. It's about a deaf girl who lives alone in like a wooded cabin in the woods. And one night, some guy goes over to her neighbors and I think starts robbing them while they're out. And then she witnesses this, so he tries to kill her throughout the whole movie.
I haven't seen that.
And I've watched another one, I think it's called Mother or Mama.
Mama. I've watched that one many times.
Is that the one with the tree bitch?
No.
Mama
is the one where it's the father kills his wife and then takes the kids and runs. Mm-hmm. And ends up crashing in the woods. Okay. Finds a cabin, goes to kill the kids, but then Mama kills him before he kills the kids.
Yeah, the giant tree bitch.
No, she isn't a giant tree bitch. She's just a spirit that she was in a mental institute and was pregnant, gave birth. They tried to take the baby away from her. Mm-hmm. So she ran, jumped off a cliff to kill herself and the baby, but the baby survived.
Yeah.
For a small amount of time.
Yeah, and then somehow it's two kids.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. She's referred to as the tree bitch, because apparently she looks like a tree to some people. No, this movie. Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Okay.
She creepily, yeah, she's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. I didn't think you were talking about it because there's this actual horror series on, I think, Netflix or something, where it's actually a girl that turns into a tree.
Yeah.
So.
Get Blair Witch in here?
No. Not putting up with that.
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch is the reason I don't go camping in the woods. Alright?
I don't play even.
That and we live in the mountains. I mean, fuck, we got Yetis and Wendigos and fucking skinwalkers and shit. It's not fun. People who live in the woods are crazy. In fucking Canada, I'm just saying.
People who live alone in the woods
are crazy. 100%.
Another good horror movie is Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Another cheesy horror movie based off a video game, Silent Hill.
Oh,
Those are so bad. That one movie is so bad. Let's have pyramids show up. Oh yeah, here's this one lady who completely who goes up and attacks him. The next thing you see, her literal skin just tossed over it at everyone. It's just like, what?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. My cult classic is still Killer Clowns from Mars.
Oh god. Not rubber?
Nope. No. It's gotta be the Killer Clowns from Mars. That's my go-to cheesy horror movie. Yeah.
There's no way to put it. That just sounds really cheesy horror.
It is, yeah. They, fuck. So they basically, they eat humans. Like, that's their thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they fill them, or they cover them in a cocoon of cotton candy, and they fucking liquidize. It's the greatest. No, it's the dumbest movie. Their spaceship is a giant tent, and it's like a giant acid trip whenever you fucking go in there, and these two guys meet these female clowns who have like the most fucking exaggerated bras on. Like, they got these like two pyramid fucking bras on, and I think they have sex. I'm not sure, because they cut away and then they leave the spaceship as it blows up, like half dressed. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they had sex with space clowns, but you know,
that makes sense.
yeah. Oh, there's this one scene where one of the big ones, like the big guy, the fat clown, he kills a police officer and he fucking uses him like a hand puppet. I think it's great. It's cheesy, man. It's the dumbest fucking... Like, this isn't even scary. It's just dumb.
Oh, yeah. It's the best.
Great.
It's the best part about the B-rate horrors.
Horrors.
Oh, yeah. Birdemic.
Oh, God.
Or Birdemic 2.
Birdemic 2. The Birdemicing.
I think that's actually the name. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. It's not that clever, which is why I came up with it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the one you guys are talking about.
Birdemic 2, The Resurrection.
But I do remember there being this movie where these birds go absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And just feast on any living thing.
And it's really bad CGI birds.
It could be The Birds, because there was an Alfred Hitchcock movie called
Of course
The Birds.
there is.
Well, it's about killer birds in the one town.
Yeah.
The Birds, yeah. So.
Yeah, I just remember a horror movie about birds that when I was little, when I saw it, absolutely scared the shit out of me.
And Birdemic 2. Oh, yeah, The Birds 2 Lands In.
Let's see.
Birdemic Shock and Terror.
No. Birdemic is not a movie that I suggest anybody watches. Ever.
I mean, any trauma films are bad.
Yeah. You know what's even worse than those shitty horror movies? The cheap third world knockoffs of Disney movies. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't.
Fuck my god. It's so bad.
So China actually had a bootleg...
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah, like Disney.
Straight up. I'll Google it. Here, look. I'll show you. It's fucking stupid. Bootleg Disney. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Yep, so there's Aladdin. There's like a 3D fucking PS2 level of CGI Snow White movie. Straight up. This isn't even a lie. Movies. Hey. What the fuck? These images. Come on. Yeah, so, well, I mean, it's not Disney, but they have Kung Fu Panda, right? So in China, they made a movie called Chop Kick Panda. Right? Ratatouille, okay? Ratatouille is a real fucking movie. Okay? They have a rip-off of Frozen, and it's about this long black-haired woman who tames wolves. I don't know. There's a cheap rip-off of Beauty and the Beast. The Princess and the Frog, right? Mm-hmm. Or the Frog Prince. Take your guess. What do you want? What do you think is the real Disney movie?
The Frog Prince.
Nope, that's not that.
Well, I know that, but that was the China one.
So there's Happy Feet and Tappy Toes.
Tappy Toes.
It's a legit movie. Madagascar, Life's a Jungle. I'm not even making this up. Oh yeah, there's like 3 Aladdin movies. Okay, well listen, The Fight About A Bug's Life and Ants isn't a bootleg movie. They were both made in America. Alright? They're not different. So they have Brave and then Cure the Brave. You can make the argument that Planes would have been a knockoff too of Cars. But no, Pixar actually made it. It was real.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that. I saw that and was like, really? Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm looking through Trauma Entertainment films.
Mm-hmm.
Want to know what one of their films was called?
Tell me.
Killer Condom.
You know, I have a couple movies called The Killer Bong.
That doesn't surprise me.
And you know
that
what?
Reminds me.
The second movie is the best. You want to know why it's the best? Because the villain is a new bong. Like, they bring in a new bong every time, and he's from the Amazon. Guess what his name is?
Oh my god.
King Bong. And he's a giant bong. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Really? Are you fucking... So they have to go back and team up with the first bong, who is a sentient demon or something, to fight King Bong in an alternate... I'm not making this up! To fight King Bong in an alternate dimension by having a smoke off. And I'm like, really? This is what we're wasting our money making right now? And you know what the best part is, Michael? It's 2 hours long.
Oh my fucking
It's
god.
fucking great.
There's Cannibal the Musical. South Park before South Park.
Killer Condom one reminds me of The Thing That Follows. It's a horror movie.
Is it that invisible thing?
No.
Okay.
Well, technically only the people who have had this entity attached to them and then passed it on to someone else through sex
Can see it.
can see it.
Yeah.
Except the rules are so stupid. It moves slowly. It can only follow the person in a straight line. And once it kills the one person, it goes back to the person that transmitted it to them.
What happened to
So it's
good
a
old days of
giant
Chucky?
list that this thing is just trying to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the good old days of Chucky?
Well, I mean, we just had a remake of it.
Don't even get me started.
With Mark Hamill being Chucky.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, I saw it and I was like, okay, Mark Hamill, you can be in the Chucky reboot. You know, Disney's gonna... So here's some real shocker news to you, and I don't know why they're doing this. They're rebooting the Planet of the Apes series again.
Why?
Because they want to.
Didn't you finish?
It's not even like a reboot. Like, the first one was a prequel.
Oh yeah, I guess these...
The new
stuff.
remake, the recent stuff was a prequel, and it's
prequel.
pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they're the best movie ever made, but I'm like, it's pretty fucking cool. You got some cool, like, if the world was run by monkeys.
Apes strong.
Yeah. But it's funny because they go from one monkey talking, and then in the second movie they're communicating using sign language and like facial features, and then in the third movie they all have a fucking language. And I'm like, dude, they actually evolved in the course of 3 movies. Mm-hmm. Holy fuck. King Caesar. They had Aussie Man Reviews on Facebook do some CGI with them. It was pretty fucking good. But yeah, they're gonna reboot that prequel. Not the actual physical movies from like the 1990s, but the actual prequel. And I'm like, really? We're gonna focus on the prequel and not... Sure, whatever.
Disney.
Yep. You go ahead and try and make it your new Star Wars, Disney.
Of course, because those were so successful.
Yep, you make your Star Wars land and, you know, charge ridiculous amounts of money for nothing. Yeah, it's great. Are you guys gonna go see Onward when it comes out in 5 days?
Probably not.
Alright.
Still need to go see Sonic.
Shut up. I'm not. No, we're not seeing it.
I've heard it's actually good.
I know. I've heard that too. I'm just not a Sonic guy, so I'm not gonna go see it. I never cared about how the original looked. I don't care that they changed it. The only thing that interests me is Jim Carrey's in it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that I would go and see it for is Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, how Jim Carrey's it up. There's no other way of putting it.
Dude, apparently he's on Ace Ventrilla fucking levels of energy in this movie. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary for Eggman.
Especially a guy who's in his like 70s, I think.
The only scene I know about was one that just kept getting quoted in this other podcast I watched, where they go, "Vindication!" And apparently he walks really slow with this really intense look on his face in a robot. And I'm like, really?
He's almost 60.
I know. But I'm like, come on. Listen, we need a live-action Hercules movie, because fucking Danny's not doing so well. And he needs to play the satyr again in the live action. Because if they don't cast him as a satyr, I'm not watching it.
No.
Listen, Disney. If you make a Hercules movie and you don't cast Danny DeVito, I'm not there. I'm not watching it.
No one's gonna watch it.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. He's the only reason why I go back and watch the animation and the song, the opening song. Because it's not your lore. Man, you fucked the lore of Hercules up in that movie. But
it's like the Aladdin. No one believes the second one exists.
Yeah.
It's only this first and the third one because those have Robin Williams.
Nobody's gonna go see Mulan because you don't have the fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, I think this one's supposed to be.
I never really liked
more
the
on
original
the actual
Mulan
story.
anyway, so who fucking knows? You know what else was weird? The second Aladdin, right, which is a sequel to the live action one, is not based off of the second cartoon movie. So I'm like, so what the fuck? So is it like a third adaptation of what's going on here, Disney? It's real, by the way, if anybody doesn't want to believe it, but it's true. The Aladdin is real. The Aladdin second movie is real.
I've seen the trailers for Mulan, and I'm so upset that it doesn't really follow the original.
Well, I think they're going after the actual legend.
They don't have Li Shang in there or anything.
You know what I'm really disappointed in? So I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. Like, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It doesn't appeal to me. But I've been watching the Beasts movie.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them
and I'm like, and when you watch enough Marvel movies, you get to see Marvel's formula, right? Like, you get to see the A plus B equals the ending and shit like that. I'm like, fuck. They have it for Harry Potter. And they have it for the Fantastic Beasts. I'm like, fuck, it's the same thing. I was like, I can predict what's going to happen. Like, this guy's going to walk out of the store. Great. He's going to be the villain. Great. He's not going to be making it. Great. This beast comes back later. Great. I called it. The movie just, like, it's a good movie, but damn, I can call everything. At least with Marvel, they throw in a curveball every now and then, like with Ant-Man causing a giant train to come out of fucking nowhere. I was like, you know what? I anticipated you doing something like that, but that was pretty funny. Alright, Talk of the Train Engine was pretty fucking hilarious.
My favorite character in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them I stay still and act like a stand, they won't notice me.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them.
And then it's like a
Harry
prequel to Harry Potter
Yeah, it
in a
takes
way.
place.
Yeah.
Before.
Which is alright, but I feel like, Daniel Radcliffe would have been down for like a sequel series, right? Where he's
yeah.
replaced.
They would have to try and change the play into a movie.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Because they did.
The worst part is
The Cursed Child.
J.K. Rowling. Is she writing these Fantastic Beasts books? Is that how this started?
They were like lore books.
I think they were lore books.
Okay, because she has books on it, and I feel like that's why they never did a sequel to Harry Potter's, because they would have to rely.
Well, yeah, she did.
And if you don't know, people who have to write a book for a movie fucking hate it, because it's really bad and so time consuming. Like, you have to get the book done by a specific date, right? And you just fucking harshes all reality of their criticism and creativity and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like she did the play, and then the book came out later because it was only available in England.
You know what? Good for her for
Because you
keeping
could only
that.
go to England to see the play.
Yeah, good for her for keeping that whole franchise.
And
alive,
it
though.
and from what I've heard, it's just the script of the play, basically.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't hate it, but it's like, I'm just... Why? Why do the movies just do this one fucking thing? The movies are great. There are some scenes in the movies I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's a good movie. That's a good scene. The last movie in the franchise was the only one that was like, alright.
Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, you fucking tried this one, and you pulled it off.
Because everyone was doing the two parts around it. Because Harry
But
Potter was the first.
it was the last part that I was like, fuck, alright, now I see why people like this franchise. And then it was over, and I was like, oh, fuck. It's over.
Oh, fuck.
Now-
Done this.
Yeah. So I
My
watched...
favorite scene from Deathly Hallows is when Professor McGonagall animates the statues as the defense.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've always wanted to use that spell.
Yeah.
She's like, you're facing the end of the world.
Sorry,
possibly.
it's
You're
gotta be...
happy.
It's the hardest... It's my second favorite, because the Goblet of Fire is my favorite.
That was one that's probably...
I did like the Goblet of Fire.
I like it the best because they have the tournament style, right? And I'm like, yes, because I actually read this book. It's one of the only Harry Potter books I remember, was the Goblet of Fire.
yeah.
And it's like, because I can remember it from reading the books, I'm like, maybe this is why people like it, because they read the books. I bet you it's the same with Narnia. People probably love that movie because they read the books.
I've heard the Narnia one was pretty...
Depends on which one the Narnia movies you watch. If you watch the older ones, they are so...
Fuck, is there really two sets of movies? I only
Yeah,
watched the one that came out when we were kids.
one time during summer when we were at our grandma's house, she's like, I bought this Narnia movie set. And we're like, okay, we've seen one of the movies, but we didn't know there was more. Let's watch it. And it was like the old movies.
Okay. See,
They were hard to sit through after seeing the newer Narnia.
Yeah, I've heard, like,
But we
Prince
still watch
Caspian.
But you know what? Narnia's like the Wizards of Oz. You just can't reboot it, right? You can't reboot them after that because they're iconic. It's the same with Harry Potter movies. You can't fucking reboot that. You can't replace any of those actors or actresses. It just won't happen.
That's why
you just can't.
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not.
It's like, it's even funny seeing Daniel Radcliffe do other movies, like the one where he just plays a corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's in a few movies now.
I think there's one coming out later this year called Guns Akimbo, where this weird like live streaming game show, and he gets pistols bolted to his fingers, and his hands.
You're like, you have to try to kill this chick who's never died. She's always been the one that came out on top.
Yeah.
In battles.
And he's like, what the fuck?
And he's just wearing his like pajama robe in this.
Oh no, I've seen the photos because somebody's
the photo where he
has them in his hands, and somebody's like, Daniel Radcliffe went from playing the coolest guy in history to what the fuck is my life? And I was like, yeah, that's basically what he's done.
It's the same with Elijah Wood.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Although, you know what, Daniel Radcliffe might have an up if he's actually working for Marvel, because I don't know, anybody who works for Marvel seems to rise in popularity, even though there's a ton of actors and actresses and directors who are like, Marvel's not an actual series, they're not movies, and it's like, well, they make millions upon billions of dollars, so it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man, where he played just a corpse.
Yeah.
Horns, where he plays a guy whose girlfriend just dies and the whole world believes in him, and he starts growing devil horns.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking weird.
The Woman in Black.
I'm not sure. I've never seen that one.
I'm pretty sure he plays. the character.
Yeah, the woman in black.
But anyway, the point is he might be doing alright if he's playing Moon Knight. I don't know if I like him as Moon Knight yet. We're gonna have to see what he does, what he brings to the table, right? I'll take them casting Daniel Radcliffe over another fucking Game of Thrones actor any day. I'm so sick and tired of people being like, "Oh, look, we have a Game of Thrones actor," and it's like, cool. Are they good? Did they die in 2 episodes?
Were they a good character?
Yeah. What classifies as a get? Like, they did that with the Iron Fist. They had the blonde king that died in like 3 episodes. I'm like, really? This is what we're advertising as your fucking come watch my show? This guy?
Because I know the guy who plays Joffrey Lannister. He says he can't do anything because that character was such a well-developed bad character.
Yeah.
That no one wants
him ever again. Yeah.
Yeah. No one wants to do him.
Yeah. No, Game of Thrones is great, but also ruins some things for some people. The kids are doing great. The kid actors in those TV shows is like Stranger Things, man. They're all over the place. And it's okay because I like them, but damn.
Yeah. It's like you go from being... It's like the guy who plays the Finn. The guy who plays the main character in Stranger Things. He went from being no one, doing that show. He's at how many horror movies since?
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same with the kid who's missing his 2 front teeth. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He is right now. I'm quoting it. He's the new Ashton Kutcher. This guy is a fucking reality TV show where he scares people for laughs. At the age of 15, it's pretty fucking impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Move aside, Tom Holland. This kid's coming. He's the new Ashton Kutcher. But yeah, no, it was kind of interesting to see that. I feel like Game of Thrones and Netflix is doing more for kid actors than Disney has been for the past 10 years. Don't fucking show me that photo. I don't want to see the Daniel Radcliffe photo.
It looks so bad.
How does he reload the guns?
I think it has like a mechanism where it does it.
No. It's gonna have the Hollywood movie magic where they always have bullets no matter what. Here, shoot this gun that has infinite bullets. Oh, alright. Okay.
Anyone can do that.
You know who needs to be in a good movie? Steve Buscemi. I haven't seen that guy in fuck. He's the guy from Spy Kids 2.
Yeah.
Who said the God line. Even as a kid, I was like, this is a serious actor. This is a really serious moment.
Steve Buscemi. Yeah, he's in like every. He used to be in like everything in the 90s.
Yeah, and then he just fucking left. What was his recent movie? Just go to IMDb.
That's one. Got IMDb. And he also has 62. His most recent would actually show me his filmography. Known for...
God, I love Steve Buscemi. He's got 1 Golden Globe. Where's his movies? Fucking IMDb, man.
His most recent one will be sometime this year called The King of Staten Island. He'll be in that.
Was he in Guns Akimbo too? Akimbo?
He played a character in Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania.
I can see it.
He plays a character in The Dead Don't Die.
Oh yeah, he plays the werewolf.
Okay, well as long as he's still in movies, that's all I care about.
Yeah, he played in a TV series. He plays God / Edward Shovelweed.
That's it.
Shoveler.
We have to have a Steve Buscemi month where we watch all the Steve Buscemi movies. That includes Spy Kids 2.
Oh my god, he plays a character in Neo Yokio.
Not surprised.
That's the Jaden Smith anime.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And Jude Law plays Jane Smith's robot butler in that.
Yeah.
He's he's in Boss Baby.
Yep.
He was in Transformer as Day Trader.
Fuck, he really was, wasn't he?
He was also in Charlotte's Web.
He plays Tom Innocenti in Bob's Burgers for that one episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Ridiculous Six, he plays a character. Yeah,
And The Ridiculous Six was like his iconic movie, wasn't it? What do you think his most iconic movie was?
I'd probably say probably like Con's Air. No, actually no. That's just brain stuff.
Oh, that's the movie I was trying to figure out.
What?
Con's
Air?
Con's Air, yeah.
Because he plays like a child rapist or molester. And
Yeah, but
he's
You
the
in,
think
plane's
that's
going
his
down, he's
peak
just
movie?
singing,
Alright.
yeah.
"Got the whole
Oh,
world."
yeah. And then he crashes. He goes some. They're in like.
He goes
little,
to the casino that they crash near and just starts gambling.
And then the best part is earlier. When they're in the like junkyard, and he just goes off, finds a little girl, and starts talking to her. You're like, oh no. And then a few minutes later, you just see him gone, and nothing happened to her. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh yeah, but he was in like a lot of Adam Sandler movies too. Oh,
Yeah,
Armageddon
Grown
would be probably
Oh,
be a
Armageddon would be a
big,
top
big
one.
one too for him. The Big Lebowski.
That would be a big one, too. The Big Lebowski is a pretty good movie.
Con Air.
People love that movie.
I've seen
Fargo.
so many memes of kids babies being baptized, and it's just
Where's my
one
money,
scene.
Lebowski? Where's my money, Lebowski?
Where's my money? It's in there. Let me take another look.
Lebowski was fucking big. Not when it first came out, but it's grown in popularity since then.
Tales from the Crypt. I thought that was supposed to make a comeback. Tales from the Crypt.
Oh yeah.
I think so, yeah.
With
It was in a
M.
few
Night
episodes.
Shyamalan.
Fuck! Don't even get me started.
He's supposed to be directing it.
I don't want to talk about M. Night Shyamalan ding dong. I really don't.
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Yeah.
The Bloodhounds of Blood.
You know what I haven't seen for a couple months? And it's not surprising because it's Blizzard. The Diablo 4 news.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we had a closed beta at the BlizzCon, and then that was it. And I was like, that's it. That's all we get. That's it. Not going to announce the next 2 heroes, even though they're already done. And...
Well, I think it's because it's... Apparently there was some news that got out, like, this week, like, before the weekend.
Well, I mean, it'd be the first time I'd be hearing of it.
Diablo 4 will let players rebind left click.
Oh my fuck, who cares? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what the internet has decided to report on this game? Is the ability to rebind my left mouse button? Is that what everybody was asking?
Apparently Diablo 4 update shows UI changes and add cannibals. That's apparently...
Cannibals is an enemy, obviously.
But I think it's also just because they also haven't done much more, because I think that was just, this is in development, this is what we have done so far. When they should have, this is the development. Oh yeah, here's this mobile phone game that you guys all fucking hate. Because we didn't learn from Nintendo's big thing with Metroid the 2 years before.
Man.
Let's release this Federation Force game. Everyone fucking hated it. Because it didn't tie into the universe, which it kind of does. Because it just shows you the other side of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one thing that kind of threw me for a loop in Skyrim, was being able to be a cannibal.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you wear this ring, you're now a cannibal. Huh? Okay.
Excuse me?
Like,
No, the cannibals, quote unquote, are an enemy in Diablo. And they're exactly how they sound. The cannibals. Yeah, we're just mentioning that, Justin, in chat. I said the cannibals like 6 times. Jesus. Anyway.
He's able to be there, but he's not able to be here.
Yeah, go do your homework.
Jeez.
Oh, message attracted. Fine, but it's internalized in the internet. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, that's right. We see you.
I've seen more on Baldur's Gate 3 than I have Diablo 4.
Oh yeah.
That's because it's a D&D setting.
But it's Diablo 4, the most anticipated game of 6 years.
I am doing homework.
Well, you better hurry up and do it faster.
I love the delay. Oh yeah, there's like a 30-second or like.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I got like how many people? Oh well, I mean, to be fair, we just
It's like
read it.
6
I don't know.
minutes.
I don't know. I'm not dropping in frames, but I know I have like 6 people attached to my internet right now. So
Yeah, it doesn't help worse.
no, it doesn't help it. No. Anyway, yeah, Deep Rock has a roadmap. You probably saw it.
Yeah,
They're changing the look of the drop pod itself to make it look more fancy, I guess.
Can we get better spawns?
Yeah, can we get better spawns, and can you just add the pickaxes already? Cause
I want to walk out of the ship and have the little thing retract and
I don't even
fall into a pit.
I don't even care.
Or about walking out, leapfrogging over you, and being flung across the map.
That physically happened to Michael. He jumped out of the drop pod as I was leaving, leapfrogged over me, fell off the little bridge into a hole that was near the drop pod hole, fell at least 60 feet and died at the start. As we were fighting, like, at the spawn, there was an oppressor. So, like, we started fighting the oppressor. I'm like, Michael, did you die to the oppressor? He's like, no, I died from fall damage. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I turn around. Oh, there's a massive hole there.
Then we had another one where there was a Betsy just around the corner. I do the same thing. Leapfrog Brody. But I just get sent flying.
Yeah, because you got hit by the explosion. The explosion has some awesome hitboxes, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
But no, it had.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't use the cluster grenade on multiplayer, because I've launched Justin and Josh across the map so often with that fucking grenade. It's not even funny.
But it was just like out of nowhere. I just leapfrog. All of a sudden, flying. And all of a sudden, I see Betsy's health bar spawn. And I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah, what the fuck just happened? Yeah.
Oh man.
We're getting some pickaxes.
It's like
And-
6 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting some pickaxe skins and shit like that. So
Well, yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna add different unique pickaxes that do things, but we're getting skins. So
Yeah.
more skins to unlock.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to buy them off the store.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give them that.
I like at least like how it's in-game store, so it uses your in-game.
That's right. I do burn you instead. The incendiary grenades are the best RNG for that game. I can't. You can't.
Yeah,
Can't fight me on that. My gunner doesn't fight through armor, but fire does. So if I light everything on fire, I get to shoot it more.
Yeah,
It's good science.
The next thing's you'll just be running. The next thing, all of a sudden, boom!
Dude, because
everything's
the
on fire.
spread on that is so fucking big. I'd be like, I'll throw it. I'll be like, look out, Mike! He's like, oh, my eyes!
It's like, oh, fire, eyes. Everything was dark and now
Hot.
it isn't.
Hot, hot, and that's what everybody says. The enemies hate it too because they spread out from it. They run away. They're like, nope. Mm-mm.
That's why I'm smart and just grab the environmental or elemental damage perk.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm running with as my third perk.
So that's just like gonna be like my backup, so I take less damage from all that.
Yeah. I've unlocked so many perks, it's not even funny. I'm just like, well, I guess I can run with this for now. It's always the same two. And it's the sprint speed boost, right? The one that makes you faster when you run. And the one that makes you faster while carrying heavy objects and like walking on that like slimy shit. I always have those two constantly with me, no matter what.
I don't
And
know.
then the third one, I keep alternating out between like 4 of them. And then my active abilities, the 2 blue right now for my gunner is Steve and the actual dash because they made it faster. But it's like I don't have anything else.
Yeah,
I play multiplayer, I drop Steve for the instant revive, but...
I have the instant revive, and I think it was like the dash or drop grenade when you die, you go down.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when the monsters just decide they're gonna swarm you when you go down.
Yeah.
Especially right as a swarm spawns.
Yeah, fuck that. They, They're doing some changes too. They're changing some of the weapons nobody uses, like the shotguns and stuff, to make them more viable, which is great. My only fear is that the pistol that the gunner has might get nerfed.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
And I'm
if
like,
it does slightly.
fuck you. That gun, that pistol, hands down, does the most damage in the game.
Oh yeah.
It's redonkulous.
I think if anything, its range will be reduced.
Well, the issue is I have an overclock for it that improves the damage and the ammo capacity, and it's fucking great because all my perks are already in the damage. I one-shot. Like, I one-shot the little guys, and I do at least 75% health on a Praetorian. Guaranteed, if I hit in the weak spot. It's fucking gross. From across the map. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll be right back in a second.
The game has some gross perks and add-ons for the weapons.
It'll definitely be interesting once I get it and play it.
Well, it will be. We probably won't have another Josh will just... Oh, there's a big minigun fire right in front of me. I'm going to strafe into it.
Does he do that?
More times than you'd think. More times than you think, Josh will just strafe into oncoming fire. Isn't that right, Justin? We have to wait and see how long it takes. Because Josh is... You need to play more with us then. Like, I do need to play more with you guys. It's just quarantine's taking my life at the moment because of the patch updates. And trying to learn E5 Savage. Seen half the fight. It's not just about getting it down. And
when is it that Last of Us 2 is coming out? Isn't it May something?
The end of May, I believe.
Okay, good. Because I want to actually have some time in Deep Rock.
Last of Us Part 2.
Before I start playing Last of Us.
Yeah, May 29th. You got pushed back basically 3 months.
Yeah. Because I want to get some time in Deep Rock before I start playing Last of Us 2.
I know, it's the same.
Like, then it's going to be me spending most of my time in Last of Us 2, and I just play Deep Rock every once in a while.
I know, because I mean, in April, Easter weekend, I won't exist. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I won't exist.
Yeah.
Oh god. Here we go. Michael's gonna disappear.
Well, I mean, that's April.
Yeah.
That's a weekend. It's not coming out literally Tuesday anymore,
Well,
which was great.
And we were talking, he got onto that because I was saying that I want to get some time in Deep Rock before Last of Us 2 comes out, because I pre-ordered it, so that's going to be a game that I spend a lot of time in.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
You will enjoy Deep Rock. If you don't enjoy Deep Rock, you'll enjoy when we all play Deep Rock.
Yeah.
Because holy fuck.
I will say it's going to be weird playing Last of Us 2 from Ellie's perspective instead of Joel.
It will be weird.
Instead of having this badass old man.
But then again, we do know Joel's coming back at least.
Yeah, we know he's coming back, but...
That's how I felt when The Walking Dead was like, see you later, Kenny. I was like, really?
Yeah, when you have the two endings, yeah, you either take you and AJ into that or continue off with Kenny.
But it's the sequel to that like permanently removes Kenny.
Which is weird because I chose the option where I stayed with Kenny.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Let's just completely make that where that's a big fuck you moment.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I was like, really? Really?
You see this guy who's
Even if he
mentally
does this?
breaking down, losing his wife and kids.
The dude freaks out.
He's
It's fucking great.
He literally had a mental breakdown.
Losing what is essentially your entire world does that to you. It entirely breaks you.
Oh, yeah. It's where I think as dumb as the game is, the Dead Rising games nailed the psychopaths.
Yeah.
Except for number 2, where they're all based off deadly sins. You have the fat guy who's forcing a woman. No, you have the fat guy who's forcing a girl to marry him. Envy or lust.
Lust. That would be lust.
Well, lust. And you have a chef who basically gluttony.
Glutton. Yeah.
I think envy would be the game show contestant that you were on with. You can fight. Who's just in the main wall. That'd be envy. Or jealousy, I guess.
Or jealousy, yeah, one of those two.
I think rage would be the store mascot, because he thinks you did it, and he killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like they nailed it.
Yeah.
And they made it fun. And the game's just funny in its own. Let's get a massager launcher in the spin-off second one, where you just put dildos and a leaf blower, and it's just launching dildos. Nothing
That's
funny.
immediately what my mind went to when you said a vibrator launcher. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So you're just launching dildos.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Another one where you can put lead pipes and like fireworks together, and you just make a rocket launcher. Apparently, you get a rocket launcher, and it's like, okay then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it works, it works.
It works. My favorite dumb combination in that is a flashlight and a gem makes a laser sword.
Don't ask why.
It
just does.
It just does. It was their
I
answer.
wish it was that simple.
I wish.
I think we all wish.
Yeah, but it's not. Well, it's been an hour.
Holy shit, we managed to stall out an hour.
I know, and I think we're gonna end it there with the 3 of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Justin probably won't be here next one. I don't know.
Who fucking cares?
Josh, who fucking cares?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right.
Amanda, who knows? Me.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Well, now we
Got
know.
nothing planned.
Now we know.
Now
Unless
we
need
know.
to reschedule, in which case,
I'll see you guys later.